Hey folks, there you are on a Tuesday evening. So, Chef Jesse here, in case you forgot who I was. What we're gonna do today is a pork loin. Pork loin, you gotta know how to cook it right. If not, it'll dry up on you. And I've cooked it in the past a couple of times. It was too dry, so I went back to the study, and I looked at a couple of videos, and I think I was overcooking it a little bit. This thing cooks up pretty fast. It cooks up within 12 to 15 minutes. It should come up. Okay. Okay. There might be a disruption here because my dog we're training him to stay out of the kitchen, and he's pulling the strings to see how far I can go. Out. See, I gotta tell him to get out.
We know out.
Okay, folks. So the dog is out of the kitchen. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna put the pork loin first. We're gonna sear it. We're gonna sear it on a cast iron skillet, which is my favorite. We're gonna sear it on both sides, all the way around to get a nice sear. Then we are going to throw it into the oven at 450 and to cook it till it reaches 140. And then we're going to create a little sauce for it. And we have some mashed potatoes. I have some gravy that's already been done. And let's see what else we have. And we have some corn for myself. I have some corn. Okay, so let's start off with the simple stuff, right? Let's start off so we can get the simple stuff out of the way. We're gonna do the corn. This is put that there. So I'm just gonna show you how I do it. They make this corn. I like my corn sweet and salty. So I got a can of corn. I'm gonna do the easy stuff first. This way we get this out of the way. Okay. So we got an 8-ounce can of corn. Okay. Very simple. I like my corn hot, warm. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of butter, okay, and just open up a little well there, put that in there, and I'm going to put some sugar. I'm going to put some sugar in there. I don't know, a couple of teaspoons. There we go. Just to get that nice salty and sweet taste. Now I'm going to turn on my stove. Okay. Now this stove has been giving me a problem. It's a new stove too. It's only it's about a month old, but it acts up sometimes. Okay. So, and I'm gonna melt that butter and that sugar together, and that's it. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be very simple. Okay? Okay, so it looks like my corn is done. Let's try it out. The butter's melted, the sugar's in there. Let's taste this corn. Perfect. Don't do anything else. Okay. Okay, folks, so let me okay, so first I am going to get this pan nice and hot. Okay, there we go. We get it nice and hot. We're gonna put enough olive oil in there so that I can use it to sear the. Okay, so don't be cheap with the olive oil. Put enough olive oil in there. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Okay. And remember, this is going to bring it's going to bring some smoke. And, I already opened up, I closed off the section to where the fire detectors are, and I have my window open, so this should be good, but we never know, okay?
We know.
Okay, so I got to get that oil nice and hot. So we are going to sear the pork loin, okay? And I seasoned it earlier. Let's see. It's alive. It's still alive. Let's put this in here. It's gonna sprinkle a little bit. Let me see. That's what I'm looking for. So that's what I'm looking for. That sizzling, and I am going to sear it. Nice coating on the top, on both sides, and on the sides too, as well. So cook this for about 4 minutes each side. About 4 minutes on each side. Get that nice sear. Now remember, when it cooks, it's gonna stick. It might stick because this meat is lean. But when it cooks enough, it's gonna release itself. So don't force it off because it might get stuck. Okay, so this looks like it's already, okay, look, nice, okay. Okay, so it's released itself, which means it's, So don't cook it all the way through. Cook it enough to get that nice charred look on each end. In a few minutes, I'm going to flip it over and cook the other side. And then this is going into the oven. So I just flipped it over. You can see that nice charred look. Okay, look at that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do the same thing to the sides. This helps lock in the flavors, the juices. And then we're going to put it in the oven for about 12 minutes at 450, which the oven has been preheating. 450. And then we're going to check the interior temperature. Should be 140 to 145. And the way you check that is with a food thermometer. And I'm going to make sure that it's 140 or 145. If it's less than that, put it back in the oven until it reaches at least 140. Okay, so I got both sides are nice and seared. Now I'm doing the sides. Again, locking in the flavors in the middle. Then I'm going to put this in the oven. Okay, folks, so this is almost done. And you can see it's nice and charred on the outside. You're going to get that crunchiness on the outside, and the flavors are going to be locked inside. So this is going to cook up quick in the oven, because already the outside is already cooked, right? And so I'm going to stick this into the oven at about 12 minutes or so, and I'm going to make sure that it reaches. I'm going to make sure that the inside is 140. Once it's 140, 145, then you're safe enough. Okay, so this goes into the oven and at 450 for about. I'm going to set my timer to 12 minutes, but I'm going to check it in 12 minutes. Okay. So, folks, I'm cutting up my garlic, and I'm going to show you. I got some miced garlic, but I'm also slicing up some garlic here. Okay, and I'm going to show you soon what I'm going to do with this garlic. Okay, and like I said, you know, the recipe calls for a couple of heads of garlic. I'm a garlic lover, so if it says 2, I put 4. What the hell? It's good for you. Good for your blood pressure. Keeps your friends away, vampires away. You know all that good stuff. So I'm chopping up. Plus, I have some miced garlic that I ran through the machine. So I'm going to put a combination of this both into that pan, and we got about 10 minutes more to go.
Guido, out. Guido, out.
And that's Gilbert shouting out, because the dog does not pay attention. I don't know what he wants. He acts like he's never eaten. He's treated like a king in his house. He eats, he has toys, he's got everything imaginable. He's got a bed, he's got a crate, he walks, but he's a puppy and he doesn't understand. So, and I just want him out of the kitchen because it's a small kitchen. I don't want him to burn himself. There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's stuff splattering. There's smoke in the kitchen. You know, I just don't want him to get out. But anyway, folks, so in a few minutes, in about 10 more minutes, I'm going to check the temperature of that pork loin. If it's 140 or 145, then it's done. And I'm going to take it out, put it to the side, and then let it continue cooking. And then I'm going to prepare this gravy with garlic and what have you, and a bunch of other stuff, and you'll be able to watch it. And then I got my mashed potatoes, and I got some asparagus with butter and garlic. Just sauteed it in butter and garlic. Very simple, nothing fancy for them. Throw some cheese on that as well, and it should be good. And so, and I have some pork gravy just in case we want some extra gravy on the potatoes. But he's back. So anyway, folks, join me in about 10 minutes so we can check the pork loin, see if it's 140, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so we got 5 more minutes, about 5 more minutes on the pork loin. I'm going to take it out and put it to the side. The meat continues to cook. Remember that. Anytime you have a big lump of meat, even a steak or something like that, you cover it with some aluminum foil, and it continues to cook. The internal temperature keeps it cooking. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover it up. Some people don't cover it up. I like to cover it up. So I'm going to cover it up with a little bit of aluminum foil. And this way, the heat itself will continue cooking the meat. While I'm doing that, I am going to start what's left in. I'm going to deglaze the pan, the cast iron skillet. I'm going to deglaze it, and with all the other stuff that I'll show you. So folks, it's very hot in this apartment right now. I got the window open, the air conditioning going. But remember, the oven is cooking at 450. That's a very high temperature for this oven. My oven goes up to 500 and then it goes into broil. So, but you know, it's gonna cool off. Less than 5 minutes. The thing reached already 130. So about another couple minutes, it should. And like I said, I'm gonna cover it up, and it should continue to cook. So let's give it another 2 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out. So folks, I think this is enough. I'm gonna take this out. Oof, it is very hot. Let's get these mittens, and let's get this out of the oven.
Good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy.
Oh yeah. So let's check it now. Now that it's out here, we'll check the temperature. If I can find. Oh, here we go. So let's check it. If it hasn't reached 140, we'll just put it in for a few more minutes. Okay. So we're checking it now. Look how it looks. Okay, so right now it's reading over 140, 145. Okay, so this is good enough. So it seems like it's cooked. You don't have to do anything more to it, but to take it out and continue it, cover it up. Okay. And it's gonna continue cooking in there, covering it up, and the juices are gonna continue cooking that. Now there's a lot of flavors in this pan right now. So we're gonna use that to our advantage, right? So I'm gonna put in some garlic. You could put onions, shallots, but I'm using garlic, okay? So I'm gonna fry up the garlic in here. Okay, because this is definitely has, okay, let's turn this on. Okay, there we go. And let's cook up that garlic. Okay. And look at that. Oh, you can smell it already. Oh, yeah. So what you want to create now is a glaze. It's a glaze, a garlic glaze. Okay. You know what? I'm going to throw in this. Get this garlic over here. There we go. Okay, so there you go. Look at that. Oh. Cooking that up. Okay, next. And we're gonna put some honey in there. We're gonna put some rice vinegar. You can use balsamic vinegar. I was looking for balsamic. I couldn't find it. But I'm gonna use some.
Stay.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so you start to deglaze the pan. Put some honey in here as well. So this is gonna be like a sweet glaze. I'm using about 2 tablespoons for this. I like honey, so I just so deglaze that. Deglaze that. Okay, look at that. Okay, it's got a lot of flavors in there. And we're gonna put in some beef stock. If you don't have any beef stock, you can use chicken stock or you can use just plain water, but I just more flavor. Okay, and that's going to help. And you need some tang to this, so we're gonna add a little capful of some lemon juice, or you can use lemon. That's deglazing perfectly. A little bit of lemon juice, and that'll give you that tang. Okay, and that's it. You start to now you're gonna add butter to this to thicken up the sauce. But right now you just want to deglaze the bottom of the get all those pieces, all the flavor going. Okay, in a little while we'll let that simmer. We'll add some butter to it, maybe a teaspoon or 2, maybe 3, whatever it takes, and then it's gonna create a glaze. And then we're gonna return the meat in here. It's gonna be in that glaze, okay? So it looks good. Okay, so I simmered that. Now I'm gonna add the butter. I'm gonna add it slowly. I'm gonna add two little slices of butter there. I'm gonna continue mixing this. Remember that if you don't mix it up, the butter and the oil and all that other stuff is gonna separate. And you don't want that. You want this to become a glaze. So keep thicken it up till it becomes a glaze, and this is what it's going to be poured onto the top of the pork loin. Okay. And as you cook with the butter will definitely become that glaze that you're looking for. Okay. And you let that simmer. Move it around from time to time. Let me get my potatoes going. There we go. So you let that simmer there, and it should thicken up. And always, worst case scenario, it doesn't thicken up, just add some cornstarch. That's the magic for all chefs. Add the cornstarch. But this should start to thicken up and create a nice glaze that you're going to pour on top of the meat. So folks, look at that glaze. This is the glaze that's going to go on top of the meat. Okay? And we're going to cut up the meat. And this is going to be done very soon. So come right back. I'm going to add some parsley to this. Okay, I'm going to finely chop some parsley into this glaze to give it some flavors. Fresh parsley. Oh yeah, nothing like fresh herbs and spices. Okay, there you go. Put that in there. Okay. Put that in there as well. There we go. And mix this up. Okay. This is going to be great. Oh yeah, it looks great already. Okay. So folks, look at this. Look at that thing. Okay. Now we are going to start cutting it. Yes. So let's get a fork here. Let's get one of my big forks. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. I got every object here. Okay, so we're gonna cut this. We're gonna slice this up. There you go. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, it's nice. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna get that. We're gonna slice it up and thin. Folks, wait. We're going to the table because this smells good and it looks great. Well, folks, we're at the table. What we did here today was a pork loin. Watch the video, you'll see it. It was I seared it and then I cooked it in the oven for about 10 minutes. It's nice and juicy. It's got some pink in it and it's supposed to look that way. And that's the way it's supposed to look. And we have some gravy, some pork gravy for the mashed potatoes. Plus we have a glaze that I made from the meat. I made a glaze using honey and garlic and rice vinegar and what have you. I don't know what else. And some parsley. So it looks nice. We got some corn, and let me turn the camera around and show you. So there goes the gravy, okay, and there goes the main course. Oh yeah, look at that. So what you see is that glaze, which is a garlic honey based with using what was in the pan. I deglazed the pan, and then the table looks like this. I deglazed the pan and then made the gravy. So yeah. So anyway, folks, let's see if we can eat because the dog is there goes the plate. Looks nice. The dog, you can see him sticking his nose out. We're about to put him in the crate because he's got to learn. So he almost knocked the camera down. So let's try the meat first. And the pork loin looks nice. It's got a nice color to it. That's the way it's supposed to be. Just cut some of this fat off in the bottom. That's doesn't have that much fat. Pork loin doesn't have that much fat. So sliced is thin. So it's got a good flavor. Feels good, you got it. Everything good. This is kind of new. I've done it before, but this is a different way. Which is good. Tomorrow I'll be in the Bronx taking care of some business. I have to go to a meeting, so we'll skip dinner tomorrow. But we'll be back in the kitchen on Thursday. And stay tuned for that. We'll think of something creative and to show you. And please watch my video. If you like this and you like the pictures, go to YouTube. And in YouTube, you'll see the whole video, how I did it from start to finish. So just, I know a lot of people see this and don't remark on it. That's okay, but please, it'd be nice if you really give me a thumbs up or say something about it. I appreciate my loyal fans that are always every day waiting for me to cook. You know who you are. Always make a comment, and I love that, and I love you guys for that. But remember, YouTube, Cooking with Chef Jesse. Okay, or is it Cooking with Uncle Jesse? I think it's Cooking with Uncle Jesse. Well, look it up. You'll see all my videos there. There's all it's all my channel's all new and revamped, and it's got all these new recipes and videos and stuff, and there's some humor in it. So if you don't get anything out of cooking, unless you get some humor, you laugh. Love you guys. See you guys Thursday.